Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible. With special thanks to Revenant, Alois, Anerdinwarpaint, Antonio Hernandez, Dragon Matrix 7, Exsellsior, Lima, Nathan Welch Jr., and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. First episode seemed to do pretty well, so I am happy to round out the chapter. And then maybe we'll even continue on from there. We'll talk about that later. Fair warning, though, things are going to get darker from here on out, because this is, after all, a horror mystery story. So, fair warning. I'm actually not sure how bad it'll be. I did do some test runs, but I am making different choices this time, so it might get pretty bleak. Just heads up. That said, we do have quite a lot of ground to cover here, so let's get into this. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky. Fresh air fills your lungs, and the pleasant songs of crickets trill around you as night descends. This is where you're supposed to be, with Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front without a care in the world. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. Yes, that is how records work. One is set until another exceeds it. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. Oh, I guess I spoke too soon. You are all over it. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. What's the weirdest thing you've seen in these woods? Other than anything cryptid related, of course. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. Gross. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It was a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It was all stuff from the 50s too, which was super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. That does remind me of rummaging around in the Carolinian woods. Are you really expecting to find anything out here? What are the chances we actually run into a skunk ape in just one night of filming? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star in my little YouTube channel? But hey, the chances are never zero, right? Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house, getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen one myself. Werewolves, I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were actually people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. Oh wow, that is a very grim way of looking at it. So let's hope all that's just bunk, am I right? What do you think about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. I adore my darling Stella, but she gets the strangest ideas in her head these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more and more foolhardy with all this critter nonsense. Yeah, if only she could be normal like me. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. See, that's just what the government wants you to think. It's easier for them to cover up their secret research programs if they trick everyone into thinking that aliens are behind abductions and UFO sightings and all that weird stuff. Sure, the government does messed up stuff on the daily, but the way I see it, I have about as much control over them as I would over extraterrestrial beings. So, if I have no control over these things, I might as well choose to think that it's been aliens all this time, and let a little joy into my heart, you know? Besides, it's not like it matters which of us is right, or if either of us is right at all. I'll die one day, and so will you, and eventually there'll be no one left who remembers us, or what we did in our lifetimes. Stella, are you good? Are you okay? Wow. Damn, you've disarmed me with your nihilism, and now I feel an empty pit in my soul at the thought of the vastness of time. Ah, don't worry. Ain't there some comfort in the inherent meaningless of our actions? Sure, Stella. Sure. Has anything bad ever happened on one of these hikes? You know, just, curious? And not at all fearing for my life? Let me think. There was that time back in the early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of that ravine, and his leg only took a couple of months to heal. All in all, not too bad. You know what? I am starting to suspect I know why Reese did not come with us. Though I guess there was also that time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie she is not. As if. I made sure to give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind, and that's what I did. And I kept Stella company, just as she would for me if I decided to hide in a hole for hours. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later, and I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was the time I accidentally stumbled onto old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everyone sooner or later. I'd barely count it. So yeah, these hikes aren't dangerous at all things considered. Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Oh, sorry for being jumpy, Duke. I thought you were... Some creature of darkness? Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now what the heck are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape? Sorry I asked. And who's this you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick, you aren't... Is that... Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. Gotta do it. You hold out the slippery bag in front of Duke. It's grown quite fragrant since you first put it in your rucksack, like the scent of old beer. But you're pretty sure that's what it's supposed to smell like. Boiled peanuts from your pack? No, I'm all set, thank you. I am still more than happy to take them off your hands. Now, both of y'all head back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and won't be too appreciative if a couple of fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Inappropriate. Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did. But I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listen to any of it, the way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week, and I can't afford to lose many more than that. I'm so sorry to hear that. But, I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now, see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that what's been getting at my chickens, it couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. It's true, there are mountain lions out here, sure as sin. They pee on all the best trees. Thank you, Gretchen. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple of school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your videos. They were calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Yeah, this is definitely North Carolina. What? If you find a mountain lion, don't kill it. If there are any in the Appalachians, they'd be highly endangered. Killing one of them might actually be a crime. At the very least, it'd be a crime against nature. A crime? And what about the crimes they committed against me and my chickens? Ain't murder one of the worst crimes you can commit? I'm just serving justice where it's due. An eye for an eye. A life for a life. Very dramatic. The mountain lion, if it is a mountain lion, killed to live. You're killing for revenge. One is much worse than the other, if you're asking me. Why can't you let it be and get a bigger fence for your chickens or something? I've already practically walled the things in. Them damn cougars chewed the fence apart. They're killing machines, and I've got to stop them before they take any more of my precious little ladies. My chickens are like family to me. I was there to see them hatch, and I can't stand to see another one taken before her time. Dinner time. But I've got to film tonight. The video needs to be out by tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. Oh, don't even get me started. You ain't the only ones on a schedule. As you well know, my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty tomorrow morning. We'll be gone near a whole week, so our chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it. Fine. I see you won't be moved. And I respect that. Come on, Retcon. Let's go back to town. Maybe my viewers won't be too angry with me. About time. Have a nice night, y'all. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll get us around him. Oh no. We aren't going back to town? But what about Duke? I don't know how comfortable I'll be tromping around in the woods knowing that there's someone with a shotgun out there, ready to blow my head off. While I understand your fears, Retcon, this is an opportunity for a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. Seize it while you can. Aw, you don't have to worry about old Duke. I've been out tracking with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Does he? I mean, I guess we did technically hear him before he showed up. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. All right. Oh, fine. There's no shaking you, is there? You'll just follow me until I finally relent and go monster hunting with you. I promise it'll be fun and safe. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. All right, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Ahem. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Retcon, and I find ourselves in the high hills on Blue Ridge Mountain, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right here in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. And keep digging, Gretches. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all this beautiful scenery. It's gorgeous out here, don't you think? It's breathtaking. And the air is so clean and fresh. I feel like I'm breathing for the first time. which is not an overstatement. I do miss visiting the countryside. It is. I'm glad you came out here. Gretchen has no appreciation for beautiful mountain vistas, and it gets old saying wow into the empty expanse every time I come out here. It's nice to have someone to say wow with. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. No need to come to terms with your own mortality just yet. That's just the sound deer make when they're trying to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Oh, no. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight, while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Oof. Pain. Rot. Decay. A deer! Let me at him! How dare he infringe upon my dearest Stella's personal space! Let me at him! And then, it's gone. Geez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, it seems I was consumed by a blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. When she gets like that, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? I think that deer was threatening us. Or warning us. I think it was just sick. That thing on its face, I'd bet it was an abscess, maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger, poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. Why do you bring Gretchen out here with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. Excuse you? Though, after that outburst came over me, well, I suppose I could see the merit of your concerns. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's so feisty, even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is, running around in the woods at 17. And I feel like the fresh mountain air and the exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? Well, that got my heart rate up. I am so ready for the hunt. Same for me. How's about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, then we get right into the night's activities? I've got all the best trail snacks. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Ooh, that does look good. You grab the trail mix. Classic choice. It never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own, to make sure it has the best stuff, and I use dried cherries instead of raisins. Maybe it's a bit of a controversial pick, but even as someone who's passionate about dried fruits, I simply cannot abide raisins. Absolutely agree, yes. Ha! Yes, finally, someone who gets it. Raisins are glorified mouse droppings. They destroy everything they touch. Definitely. Any other dried fruit is better. Glad to finally meet a fellow preserved fruit connoisseur who can appreciate my refined taste in trail mix. Quite an adventure. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So, tell me what it's like in Foreverglades. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Retcon. Oh, you know, always changing. Well, I don't see any options with pets, so... let's go with one I haven't tried. Do you know about internet cafes? It's kind of a Japanese thing. They're like little cubicles with computers in them, and you rent them by the hour. Oh, yeah, sure. I watched a documentary on them once. Turns out the cubicles are actually cheaper to rent than an actual apartment in Foreverglades, especially once you factor in commuting times and utilities. Not inaccurate. So I thought, why not? It's not the best decision I've made. In fact, if I had a list of every decision I've made, it'd probably be towards the bottom of it. There isn't real privacy, and I have to leave for long periods of time to make sure the staff doesn't get too suspicious. I'm sure they're on to me, but I think they've taken pity and decided to keep it between us. I also had to make it so everything I own could fit in a backpack. So I don't have much in the way of possessions. But hey, minimalism is in these days, right? Anyway, that's me. Wow, that's definitely a unique living situation. I didn't think someone could actually live like that. Do you think you'll do this for a while? There's got to be something better you can find in Foreverglades. Yeah, well, you know what? I have, in fact, been saving up for something better. I hear you. Oh yeah? Good for you. So, what do you do for a living? You know what? I know every single other YouTuber who's covered this game has probably picked this option, but I have to do it. I'm actually a streamer. Oh, no way! A fellow content creator! That's awesome! I knew we had a lot in common, Retcon. What sort of streams do you do? You know, something video games. I mostly stream video games. That's cool. I'll have to check out your channel sometime this week. No, please don't. No one watches my channel. It is terrible. How do you like it? Okay, look, you know what? We're getting too real. Let's take like 7 steps back. We'll just head for the exit. You let Stella's compliment hang gently over the sounds of nature. A crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Keeping the house in the family? Is it just you there? Yeah, it's just me and Gretchen. My parents died a few years back. But it's okay. I've done my mourning. Life goes on. And we still get to live in our beautiful family home, just me and Gretchen. It could be a lot worse. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you'd ever meet. And interesting, too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trail of something. And we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself, you see, since his family didn't have much growing up. So he learned how to hunt and trap and got damn good at it. He always made sure I had food, and that I knew how to get it myself if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. I could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing if I had to, though it wouldn't exactly taste great. As for my mom, she was a saint. She was the local vet, the lady all the farms in the county knew to call if their animals were in need of something. She was smart as a whip, and strong to boot. Turns out pulling calves out of 1,600-pound cows all day is a great way to build muscle. But she was gentle, too. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands, and I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those were my parents. Oh, Stella. I'm sorry for your loss. I don't know what else to say. I'm just sorry. That's okay. I know it's weird, especially since we just met today. Whoa. My stars, what was that? Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. I could hear all sorts of wildlife just a second ago, and now it's quiet. You're right, and whatever made that sound is close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me, and let's check this out. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. Do stay close, Retcon. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Pain. It's all pain. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Oh. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing this must be maybe 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Yeah. Right behind you. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Stella, my darling companion, are you all right? Oof. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm all right. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh, geez, it's still alive. Oh boy. You move towards Stella to get a closer look at the chicken, even though you really don't want to. Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. I would never. Something about this bird doesn't smell right. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She squirms against her harness. Why am I alive? Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Looks like this is what Stella slipped on. The wing is barely still attached. But that seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Goodness, at first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. Looking more closely at the growth, you think you can see something squirming inside. Having investigated to your heart's content, you hastily turn away to give Stella room to film. Ahem. Seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Geez, I'm gonna have to put up some massive content warnings for this video. Yeah, you and me both. Hey, do you hear that? There's something out there, all around us. I can smell it. There are so many of them. What in Sam Hill are you two doing here? Didn't I tell you to... Birdie? Oh, Birdie, what's wrong, darling? Goodness. Did y'all see what did this to her? We didn't see whatever did this to your bird, but I think we can hear them right now. Oh, don't tell me you're all caught up in Stella's nonsense. Duke, I'm so sorry. We were on the trail when we found her. Like this. Put that camera away. For goodness sake, girl. I don't want to be in another one of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting. Duke, did you hear what Retcon said? I think they're coming closer. You stay away from my Stella, you mongrels! Come out, you sons of bitches! Duke, don't shoot them. We have no idea what'll happen. You hear that, Stella? That ain't the sound of something peace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. Come on, you! Whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. I can feel that white-hot rage from earlier starting to wash back over me. I'm going after them. No, Gretch, do not. I know how that ends. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, well, I know what happens to Gretchen if she goes. I absolutely cannot handle that. This is so much easier if you have the right traits for it. Alright, Duke, you're gonna have to hold out on your own for a second. Good luck. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms, just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! Oh no. You hear a body hit the ground, and then quiet as the chaos fades, and the sounds of nature creep back in. You do not just graze yourself with a shotgun. That is not how that works. Oh no. Gretchen? Retcon? Duke? Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. How are you? I'm okay. What happened? Did I lose myself again? I apologize for being so easily shaken up. I'll do better. Gretchen. Here, I'll take her. My poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. You are very, very welcome. Duke, are you okay? Oh, no. Oh. Oh my. I did not think it would be that bad. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Duke, holy shit. What do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do? Yeah, good question. I don't. Oh, good. You stand in stunned silence. You've seen dead people before, have I? But never like this. And those things are still out there. What happened to Duke? Is something wrong with him? Why won't he get up? Yeah, this is a lot. We're in way over our heads. Let me just check the camera real quick. Cripes, this footage is so dark and shaky. Ugh, I hate to say it, but people need to know what happened here, Retcon. Duke's family deserves closure. Other people deserve to know what's out here. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance. Stella. Are you sure this is a good idea, Stella? Nope, but we're already in this deep. What's the harm in digging a little deeper? She said, next to the corpse of a man who just got shot in the head. But sure, fine, yes, okay. Here we go. Into the woods we go. Scared into woods. You silently nod as your eyes meet Stella's. This might be a bad idea, but it's your and Stella's bad idea to make. As Stella looks for a lead, you notice a faint trail of blood leading into the woods. Duke's shotgun blast must have tagged the creature in their scuffle. Okay, so they do give you one more out. Interesting. Stella, look at these bloodstains. I think we have a trail to follow. You're right. Duke must have tagged one of them before he... Let's go before the trail is cold. As you and Stella push through the woods, the unearthly sounds once again surround you. Stella. I smelled something terrible foul in the air. There's a clearing up ahead. Stella stops in her tracks a few feet ahead of you. Holy shit, I think I'm gonna be sick. The shrieks pull back into steady whispers as you and Stella stumble upon the putrid bodies of dozens of dead and dying animals. A sinking realization pulls at your gut. This is their nest, and you are surrounded. What is this horrible place? We need to get out of here. More of those swellings. All the animals here have them. Or had them. Okay. We really should have grabbed that shotgun. And gotten our fingerprints all over it. Come on, we've got enough footage. Let's get the hell away from this nest before things get ugly. Yes, let us do that. Just as you follow Stella in a mad dash through the woods, so too do the unearthly hollers and whispers of the nest. In the highest branches of trees and down on the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. We're almost there. As you and Stella reach the main road, the cries of the creatures fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they've stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. And 13 text messages. Well, this is going to be awkward. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. It's nothing important. You slide your phone back into your pocket. You can deal with Tabitha later. All right, let's call the police. Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up the mountain on the Asgina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. You gotta hurry. Okay, yeah. Are they really gone? Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Geez, Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly, older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses, despite it being the middle of the night. See, right there. A thing jumps out of the woods, then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? What is that, some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his sunglasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is that? Some sort of crop circle? They killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're going to have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But Okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. You notice Stella pop something out of the camera and slide it up her sleeve. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you and... Who are you exactly? That's Retcon. He came into town today for the funeral. Retcon, as in... Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. Oh, well gosh. Excuse us, we did not realize you had such high-priority issues to contend with. By all means, the body can wait. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your homes. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist, for your own safety. Stella sighs.
Okay, thank you.
You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits.
I certainly cannot turn down some extra pets and affection, especially after the ordeal we've all been through tonight.
Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have all this sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was.
Retcon.
Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on him for us. Make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchy. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. That is quite a pair. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I cannot disagree. I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you ask them if we could walk back?
That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death.
You know what? I get that. I hate driving as well. There are a lot of people out there who just do not have proper respect for those 2-ton killing machines. Though...
Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out.
Goodness, what a night. He sure seemed a little blasé about a man's death.
I can't believe they're waiting until the morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now? I believe that they are well-intentioned, if in over their heads. And what's worse is I think they implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all of that footage. Even the nest.
The truth will get out, even if they don't believe the footage. Those things are out there in the woods, and something's telling me that they're not going away.
Yeah, no kidding. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I, though I have little understanding of police work. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have, and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. Her place isn't far. We should head over now, before it gets any later.
You know, we should, I should probably check in on Tabitha. She's got to be worried sick.
My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping by shouldn't take long. You sure you don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight.
You know what? When you put it that way... Oh, here we go. Well, when you put it like that, sure, let's do it.
Awesome. Let's go. I'm glad you're sticking it out with us. It's always so nice to have an extra companion.
I am so glad Gretchen's okay.
I hope she's still awake.
Stella knocks on the door. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Stella? I think someone's watching us. She turns to look. Retcon.
Jeez.
Welcome home. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway.
Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight.
You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night.
I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Miss Forsyth. This is Retcon. Is it okay if we come in? Of course, of course. You're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little nook. This place always has the loveliest aromas. It's nice to finally meet you, Retcon. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the hauler. And now poor Perlan is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town.
Gotta do it. You hold out your bag of peanuts as a gift to Sybil. She offered you and Stella tea, after all, and it's only polite to offer something in return.
Oh, my. Thank you for the kind offer, dear. But I'm afraid it's far too late for me to have something so salty. Sure.
Who is that outside?
Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him.
You knew my mom?
Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I could delight you with unsavory tales of her youth.
How did you know that she died?
Oh, Pearl Ann was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I didn't get an earful of, bless her heart.
I never met Pearl Ann. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about the woman. Well, harsh.
Ha, that's fair, child. But it seemed like the right thing to do.
Look, we need your help.
Ah, yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? I'm not sure I follow, dear. I know what oils to use for which aches. I know a bit about classical spiritualism. Just what sort of unexplainable things are you talking about? Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh, my lord. Have you contacted the police? Yeah, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. I can't say I know much about local wildlife, My daughter has always had a brighter gift for nature than I. This wasn't the local wildlife, Miss Forsyth. Here, I can show you.
Stella pulls out the card she'd swiped from her camera and pops it into her phone.
I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this, at least not before we had a chance to make a copy.
Fair enough. You say nothing.
Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I'd need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Kanika? Are we saying Kanika? You'd better come with me, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh. Hey, Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato? Kanika, is it me? Am I the good potato? I most certainly hope I am. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house?
You hold out your boiled peanuts. Generosity is the best way to make new friends.
No.
Tabitha's cousin?
Yep. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika.
Okay.
My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? We can watch this without you. You know I have a harder stomach than any of your friends. I'm pressing play.
Silence washes over the room as the video plays.
Stella, what the hell is this? This is far beyond my ability to contribute. I'll leave the thinking to you humans. I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Retcon and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. Poor Duke. Poor Beau. Has anyone told them yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Beau. But Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss.
I agree. Those things are still out there, and as long as they are, more people are in danger.
So very true, but not for the reasons you think. These things, my grandmother called them ditchlings. They are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Retcon with this tailypo crap. A man just died. Have some respect. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. The creatures themselves are harmless to people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. How can you say that? Duke is dead. An unfortunate accident and nothing more. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see one is to be cursed by fate. To see so many in one place is... Sybil holds her silence. Geez, Mom, they've clearly had a rough night. They don't need this. It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. Stella, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. We can't rule that out, not after what we saw. But fine, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw that nest. What were those growths? Maybe the ditchlings were here for Duke, like some sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. Unfortunately, no. Their presence forewarns of something far more sinister than one man's death. Stop speculating about this occult nonsense. Let's focus on what we know. Right. What are those growths? I saw something squirming around in that chicken. Maybe it's some sort of parasitic larval stage, part of their life cycle. But I don't want to jump to any conclusions about something this out there, not without doing some research or talking to a biologist. I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all of this up. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I'd put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know. It's getting late and I should let Retcon get some rest. I ran in ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I can stay up. This is important. Okay. Maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around on my usual forums to see if anyone has information on... ditchlings? Is that what you called them? That's right. You go on home now and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. Bye, Retcon. Yep. It's excellent, iced or warm. Though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. It helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there. Both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. What an unfortunately short visit. Alrighty, let's head back home. My home, I mean. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. Well, as tempting as that is. And that is definitely a branching path. I should really probably check on Tabby. I mean, she's part of the story too. I don't want to just ignore her. And that aside, I'm sure she'll tie into the rest of this stuff sooner or later. We don't want to alienate her before that happens. I should probably get back and check on Tabby. That's sweet of you. Are you sure you're okay heading back up the mountain alone? That is a good point. Honestly, I'm more afraid of making Tabitha mad than I am of those things in the woods. Haha, yeah. Tabby can be really intimidating. Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go back. Here's my number. Call me when you get back there, okay? And good luck. You and Stella exchanged numbers. I'll see you tomorrow? Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. Good luck, Retcon. You begin the long hike back up to the Scarlet Estate, alone. Almost home. You've made it. Your salvation in sight, you make a mad dash to the door. As you raise your arm, the door swings open. Where the hell have you been? I called you back as soon as I had reception. Did you? I didn't notice. Do you know anyone named Wayne? I have no idea what you're talking about. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids, and it ended with us watching a man die. Ah, so you met Stella then. Ah, this explains everything. And she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Wow, really just kind of brushing off the whole saw a man die thing. She's a good cousin. Okay, I can't call her out on that. I'm still all hyped up on adrenaline from tonight. I would love to just hang out for a little while, cool down a bit. No, I'm not going to hang out with you. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep. Just go to your room and sleep. Well, I guess there's always tomorrow. I'm sure she'll be slightly more willing to talk in the morning, I guess. Plus Frou-Frou and Dustin. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. As you settle into your room, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Yeah, let's take care of that. You pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? She sounds a little different, like she's been crying. Did you make it back all right? Yeah, I'm all right. How are you? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. You don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe, and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. Wow. You know, I have been through a couple of different renditions of it already, but that is still a fascinating story. And that's the first time I've seen Duke die. That was rough. A lot rougher than I was expecting. He is not the only character who can die in Chapter 1, depending on how you play things and what traits you have, but that was definitely the most graphic. That was shocking. Anyway. Yeah, so that was Scarlet Hollow, Chapter 1, Episode 1. But I also label these videos as episodes, so, I'm trying to avoid overly confusing it, which I'm sure I've done anyway. But regardless, that was Chapter 1 of Scarlet Hollow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed playing through it again and making these videos. Trying to keep these extra casual, too, just so they wouldn't eat too much time in post with the editing and redubbing and so on that I do with some of my other projects from time to time. This isn't, after all, a perfect recording environment. I actually think there was a part back there where you might have heard Kaiser or Ellie scratching on the scratching pads I keep across the room. Regardless, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. There is one more episode. I wouldn't mind touching on it, but it's really going to depend on what you guys want. If you'd like to see more, let me know. If not, then let me know that too. In fact, just share your thoughts about Scarlet Hollow in general, or the video, whatever. Share your thoughts. But for now, we will hit the pause button. And if there is enough demand, then we will continue our investigation in Scarlet Hollow next time, with Episode 3 in Chapter 2. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I very much enjoyed playing Scarlet Hollow, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. And if you'd like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things, or maybe even check out the Patreon. Links are in the description.